what is it called? The gown piece, the dressy robes, the Gandalf robes. Hey Lego fans, my name is Ryan. Welcome back to Stacking Stories. Now that we've gotten over the shock and awe of the crazy Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell big reveal from last week, it's time to look at the minifigure comparison, because who doesn't love a good minifigure? Especially when it comes to 11 remakes of Lord of the Rings characters from way back when, a decade ago, if you can believe that. So we're gonna look at all the characters that show up in the Rivendell set that also were around 10 years ago. So the first one we're looking at here is Aragorn. Now, I actually do think I like the new version of Aragorn better than the one we got 10 years ago. I think his beard is more pronounced, and the cool thing about it is that he looks more kingly in a way. Now, I get that this version over on the left is more of the ranger look. The one on the right is Aragorn in his kind of Rivendell state, his relaxed state, as he is in the books and the movies. It's one of the few places that he can truly rest. And I think we're getting that here. We're getting the Council of Elrond version of Aragorn, which makes sense. Overall, it's different costumes, so there's not too much to compare. I think the one from 2012 was fine. The one from 2023 is also fine, but just a different costume. The biggest improvement, though, I really do think is in the face. He looks more like a king in waiting rather than just a grumpy old man like he kind of did in 2012. Next is Arwen. Again, different costumes, which I like that Lego went ahead and redid the costumes and made some new ones. This, of course, is also Arwen, and it's your scene with Aragorn under the gazebo bridge, which, of course, we have that as part of the new Rivendell set. And you can see she has the even star, which is exactly how she should be. And again, I just think the facial printings are a lot better. I think she looks grumpy 10 years ago, and I think she looks happy in 2023, which is super nice. Next, we move to Elrond. Now, Elrond does have a very similar costume. He's wearing his red robes. The biggest kind of change, if you will, is the fact that we have a printed kind of gown piece here instead of the leg pieces. And it's always, of course, it's always up to debate within the Lego community. What is better, leg pieces or kind of the gown dressy pieces for the characters who wear things like that? And I do think, and I think most Lego community agrees, that the gown-ish pieces do look a lot better to convey royalty. And I don't know the right word. Gownish doesn't make quite sense, but we're just gonna go with it. But it's a beautiful printed piece that carries up right into the bottom part of the torso piece. It all blends together seamlessly, and I think it just looks beautiful. The other big change, of course, is in the headpiece. The headpiece in 2012 has Elrond's ringlet thingy crown. Actually, I promise I am a Lord of the Rings fan. I just don't remember some of these words. They're fancy. It's printed right on his hairpiece. And here, in 2023, the new set, we have Elrond's ringlet, crownlet thingy, whatever it is, I don't know, actually printed on his head, and his hair and ears are completely separate from the crown thingy. So that is interesting. I think overall, I do like the new version for this one better as well. So 3 for 3 so far. Well done, Lego. Next is Legolas. Biggest difference, he's got boots, which is epic because Legolas has some epic boots. So we're just gonna go with overall, this was a better choice. Overall, not too many differences to the actual costume. Of course, it is a different printed piece for sure, but Legolas never changes costumes over the course of the trilogy. Sans twice, once in Two Towers and once in Return to the King, if I remember correctly, which I may not be. Legolas, yeah, I don't really see too many improvements other than the boots, which I just think are absolutely fantastic. It still appears that he has the same traditional Lego bow that has been out for eons, which is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go with definitely an improvement because of the printed boots. Isn't it weird how as Lego fans we get all caught up in what's printed where and who has boots and things like that? We're a weird bunch, if you will. Next is Gandalf. Gandalf also has the benefit of having the, what is it called? I can't remember the name. The gown piece, the dressy robes, the Gandalf robes. As a printed piece, you have his little tiny pouch, which is super cool, and his belt. Overall, you can't tell too much yet based on just these pictures on the facial features. It's kind of hard to see what may be hiding under the brim of his hat here. It looks like the beard is mostly similar. We may have a few minor molding changes, but I don't think so. Overall, I'm gonna go with this one is also an improvement because again, we have that nifty gown piece. Ah, Frodo. And here's where it gets super cool. Not only do we have printed boots for Legolas, we have printed lower parts of legs for hobbits to show that they have their bare feet. Of everything that Lego has done so far with the printed pieces, this is the most well-deserved in a way. This should have been done 10 years ago. This was a no-brainer 10 years ago. And it just, I think, shows the attention to detail that LEGO is giving Lord of the Rings, because it is such a well-loved property, and I have to imagine the designers just had a blast with this for sure. It is the same outfit overall, but you do have a slightly different iteration of it. The 2012 version did have buttons and larger pockets. The 2023 version has smaller pockets, and it does not have any buttons on the actual coat. It does look like, although this is a little bit blurry, buttons on the waistcoat. But overall, pretty similar. I do absolutely love, though, the look of horror on his eyes, which I can only imagine is from the scene where Bilbo goes, "Ah!" at Frodo. It's really cool that they're incorporating little elements like that. So overall, yes, improvement as well because of those stinky hobbit feet. Same with Merry as well. All the hobbits benefit from this. Hobbit feet. Same kind of deal. It looks like in the case of the hobbits costumes, at least their outer jackets, they really reduce the size of the pockets. Oh, and Merry does have buttons on his here. This one I'm a little bit torn on. And again, this is a little bit of a blurrier image because this is the highest quality I could find on LEGO's website. So we'll have to wait and see the actual minifigure. But it's possible that the 2012 version may have had slightly better printing on the vest. TBD there. Overall, it's about the same. I do really like the face choice of Merry. It does show his mischievousness, although I do like the smirk from 2012 as well. So I would normally said that this is about neutral, except for the fact that we have hobbit feet. So again, 2023, it wins. Sam, again, hobbit feet, so that has to win. No, I'm kidding. This one's a tough one. I really like his little pouch here, but at the same time, you've got his jacket over his suspenders, where in this case, in 2012, we just had his suspenders. This is more of, I think, the Mordor version of Sam, whereas the newer version is more of the Fellowship Travel version. And I do like his little blue cloak a little bit better here. Overall, you do have the Sam, I'm gonna protect Frodo face. So yeah, we're gonna say, again, I know I'm just kind of being a little bit cliche here with, oh, the newer version's better. But guys, come on, hobbit feet, printed hobbit feet. Not even printed in a way, just different color. It's what should have been done 10 years ago. Okay, here's where things get interesting. Pippin, again, hobbit feet, cool, we got it. Same kind of deal with the jacket. It actually looks like they may have used something similar design-wise to Frodo's. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, it looks like you've got the little pocket here on the jacket with the part that kind of comes out on his jacket. And I think they just did something extremely similar with Pippin and just maybe, I don't know, recolored it, if you will. I don't have a problem with it. I like that we're showing off his suspenders as hobbits do. The thing that I don't love, though, is I don't love that they used what I think is Neville Longbottom's face from Harry Potter. Again, I get that LEGO has to reuse faces, like, I get it. But I don't think Neville Longbottom in Pippin, like, I think I like this face from 2012 better. Like, this is a good face that Pippin's giving. And I know that he is kind of like clueless for a lot of his adventure, but I don't know, still. I wanna say I like the 2012 face better. I don't know if just for the sake of variety, I should say, oh, the 2012 one's better. I think we're just gonna go neutral. I think the feet definitely put it in the upper echelon and the face puts it in the lower. So we'll call it a wash and balance it out. Okay, here is where things get super interesting, and I can't believe that LEGO did this, and I think you'll be surprised as well. So we actually have a specially molded Boromir sword for the Lord of the Rings LEGO Rivendell set, and it's absolutely nuts. The swords used 10 years ago were more generic swords at the time. To my understanding, they really didn't make any special Lord of the Rings swords. But look at this. This is very clearly made specifically for Boromir. This is the sword he used in the movies. I mean, like, not the sword, like the metal one. This is, you know what I mean? This is the design they used. And if you go to Gimli, it's the exact same thing. You've got his dwarven blades. And if we go to a picture of his blades from the Mines of Moria set from 2012, yeah, this is just a rod with a axe on it. And that's fine. I had this set. This was the only set I had from Lord of the Rings 10 years ago. It's cool. But the fact that they took the effort to basically make, print, mold, whatever you want to call it. Mold's the right word. When I get talking, sometimes my brain just stops thinking. But as a LEGO fan, I'm just beyond excited that LEGO actually went and molded weapons that are akin to what you see in the movies, which makes me can't wait to see if they do that for Anduril, Aragorn's sword, and Glamdring, Gandalf's sword, and Sting, Bilbo's sword, and all the things. But we have to review Gimli as a whole. I think that his beard is more in line with the correct color. Can't really see his face too well. It could just be the lighting, but I think his helmet may be a tad lighter. Overall, it's the swords that do it for Gimli. Not the swords, the battle axes do it for Gimli. Fantastic. And for Boromir as well, we've got almost the same. It is a little bit different in the sense that he is all the way blue head to toe. And same with Aragorn, I like his facial features better. I think in 2012, we just had way too much orange around here. And here we have his orange, reddish, strawberry blondish hair with appropriately colored, from what we can tell from this image, facial hair. And of course, these minifigures are only the tip of the iceberg of this epic set. Check out this video where we do a breakdown of exactly what the set entails, at least from what we can see in the box. Until next time, happy building.